Come on, since does it matter at all? With an EN game. And I'm told that's next life you'll love me too. Me too. Hmm. Oh, I was actually just thinking, what happened to Yamino? I don't see anyone playing her anymore. Did she fell off? Did she fall off? Oh, here she is. It's a playable hand.
Here comes the tension, an unfocused attention. Not how our brain should work. In my left hand I grip a beretta, 9 to allow a baby's eye. wax, while purity is stepped on. Success is retribution. Makes no sense how that works. We were students spat out, and what's left is now infested with vice. It's pretty filthy, right? Though it watches, you don't see it. Though it listens, you don't hear it. Angel 92 comes right on cue. It's here to find you, feel your way tonight. Angel 92 grows inside you as paper runs right through your body. Happy, happy, happy chaka. Trembles standing from my ears, some sweet perfume to endear. It's dirty but it works, myriad of clusters to dare. I need at the back and move my legs from bloody situations. Incomplete information. It's not how that should work. Visions with problems, cleansing with horrors. The specials from both sides. It's quite beside alright. It's been watching. Did you see it? It's on you. Do you feel it? Angel 92, here right on cue, comes to devour you all this very night. Angel 92 sits next to you, while ecstasy pierces right through your skull. So long as papers will invade me, happy, happy, happy chaka. Try me.
Bruh. That's awesome, actually.
き誇るこの青い花剣と盾捧げるいつの君があなたのためたとえ込みが
Hard luck.
砕かれようとも
Kinda
高
sucks.
い木に囲まれて背伸びし光求めあの約束を果たすため嘲笑われても登ってゆく崩れた白にはもうあなたがいなくてもう願いも祈りもいらなくてその目が赤く染めたレンガのようならこの剣で全て正してみせるまでだ崩れた城にはもうあなたがいなくてもう願いも祈りもいらなくてその目が赤く染めたレンガのようならこの剣で全て正してみせるまでだあなたはまた昔の姿でまた会えるその日まで
One, two, let's go.
Emergency lately, they've been going crazy in town. They're stuck at home, all going, rolling round. Caught up in the sweet deceptions while I was around. La la la,
The words we said that day at
la la.
started to go bad. Upside down, this topsy-turvy town. Wants nothing for us,
It's time that we smile and say goodbye. You can call me that I just did. It's a special moment, locked in time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. It's dead and you, and me and you, until we're colored just like you. You can call me that I just did. It's a special moment, locked in time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. It's dead and you, and me and you, until we're caught away you. Whoa, whoa,
my ego's growing stronger.
whoa, whoa.
Can't keep it in much longer. So
Deep
here
inside is my room, a bit insane. Emergency lately, I've been having crazy ideas.
like let's turn into gods and whirling round. While about my head, the world turned around without a sound. The way you looked at me was honestly blurry. I think I got it, it finally clicked. It feels like we're all hostages. Come on and jam out again in the city. That anxiety's never any fun. So don't you ever succumb. Hikikomori Sentai Crisis. It's a special moment locked in time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. Is that a new baby anew? Until we're calling just like you. Hikikomori Sentai Crisis. It's a special moment locked in time for me, myself, and I. I'll listen to this rendezvous. Is that a new baby anew? Until we sound the way you do. My ego's growing stronger. Can't keep it in much longer in this place. My sane castaway, I'll finally boom up. It's insane.
Wake up, morning set in motion for me. Clear cut, put on the emotion, guaranteed. And when they drag me by my feet, pick me up and march me to the beat, make me complete. I'm miles above the street, staring as I pass me by, myself deceit, and I breathe. Nothing but a shadow, it seems, caught up in routine. Can they see the person beneath? The days go by so uniformly, tightly controlled and determined for me, yeah. Showered in fame, my fans adore me. Only way to fuck it up is to be boring. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. Get up, afternoon is nauseous. Get fucked, God, I'm so pathetic. And when I rip you off my chest, won't you realize you're just
4.
since the protest in the blood from this success? Watch me as I eat my heart out this business, but I breathe. Something's got me doubting, it seems. Am I anything? Am I even a person beneath? The days of bloodstains, grim and gory, visions of violence are overpowering, yeah. Puking my guts out almost darling, shaving off the numbers of this fucking body. I can read the messages, they come so quickly. Please, I'm begging anybody, come and save me. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. I could be your friend or I could be your foe. You make the decision and that's all I know. I could be a sinner, I could be a saint, perfectly devoid of anything I ain't. I could be a martyr, I could be a cause. I can be whatever everybody wants. Oh, I could be a canvas, I could be a doll. I don't think I'm even something real at all. I could be a woman, I could be a man. Look into the mirror, tell me what I am. Oh, I could be a difference, I could be the same. Try to give me meaning, it's a losing game. Oh, I could go to heaven, I could go to hell. Does it even matter? I could never tell. Oh, maybe I am nothing, maybe I am all. It's not before I give
Why is this only 2?
を連れてしみ込んでしまう前に見えないはわずか見たいとかどうせがないからさあーではずっと忘れていて気づかんことしてしまうことまだ気づいてなかった 目に傘をかざして逃げまといたい。夜を連れてって死にこうって死ぬ間に見えないままやれんちゃんと角に乗れてないからさ話せないで。もうずっと触れていていつかぼっちしてしまうことまだ気づいてなかった。見えないはまず紙一重とかどうせがないからさ。ああ手をずっと触れていていつか落としてしまうことずっと気づけなかった。僕を連れてって死にこうってしまう前に見えないままやられちゃうと角に乗れてないからさ話せないで。ずっと触れていていつかなくしてしまうこと今気づきたかった。
Reach out, grasp nothing but air. Can't you see there's nobody here? Watch out, you're on your final run. And I'm already long gone. I'm standing before you, completely see through. You've drawn a outline, now look at me. I'm not broken frame, I'm just fun and games. I'll keep like a girl face and only got trace. You can keep the best of me. I don't care how you look, solid. You can see the best of me. Ring my neck, I won't feel a thing. Remembering song and repeat. Face on my heart and you have this snapshot as blank and repeat. I will show you what I can be. Breathe in, don't let it out. Try to find your heart at bounds. My lungs are toxic now. Don't get close or you will drown. I'm standing before you, completely see through. You've drawn a outline, now look at me. I'm not broken frame, I'm just fun and games. I'll keep like a girl face and only got trace. You can keep the best of me. I don't care how you look, solid. You can see the best of me. Ring my neck, I won't feel a thing. Remembering song and repeat. Face on my heart and you have this snapshot as blank and repeat. I will show you what I can be.
I think I really am better off just playing Yuzuki instead. It's a lot more fun. Games can go a lot much faster than mid-range, where I'm practically always forced to play slow most of the time. It's easier to play slow than to play fast after all in this game. Yeah, there's just such a much more defined deck.
Hey buddy ほらこのなる方に止まれって文字語道に飛び越えて飛び乗った123のビートで飛び立つ飛行機プレイヤーで通るタイミング映画みたいなワンシーン太陽のど真ん中ふわりなんだか雲とわからずみたいな退屈につくき誰かが助ける危機耳ばかり気にしている日々に消えるまだ命令やでまでなのは暑さのせいですがカンカンに照った空にはキンキンなロックがいいなやりたいことだけやるそんな一日もいいじゃん真面目はちょっと置いといてでも決まったらオーケーオーケーオーケー数字の日焼けの後です
Really feels like Exia hasn't been useful in quite a while. I've been fighting against so many people that just don't bother with targeting. It doesn't feel very good, not gonna lie. $7,000's such an awkward number. DJ.
can we wander for a spell and live in parallel? I wanted to be true to be like you, my heart sings a chorus out of tears. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. Can you teach me to be real? 恋をして振られまた捨てられて I've been constant that you back and go, but lately I just can't do anything at all. I used to pride myself on my discretion, a sensible devotion, loyal and attentive. But when I take these numbers as they are, I'm greeted with a senseless feeling in my heart. Only one does seem to be defeated, but if I redesign, then maybe I'm completed. And to run, I won't take it back this time. Words in sequence form a thread, I trace it to the end. I'm not inside the logic, wrote inside my head. Tie my down, more love instead. So can we wander for a spell and live in parallel? I wanted to be true to be like you, my heart sings a chorus out of tears. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. Can you teach me to be real? 泣きたくなってもそれでもかき集め And though I try, I can't reply. It hurts my eyes and I'm without an alibi. 'Cause all this time I've been alive, and know that I could understand believing by your side. 恋をして Can we wander for a spell and love me for a little? 'Cause I'm going through I feel like you, my heart beats the rhythm just for you. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. I give you my grand reveal. Do you feel the things I feel? I am definite and real. 恋をしてその過去を捨ててどこまでおいで As long as there are stars up above, I will always be in love. 恋をして恋をして恋をして振られた忘れられて恋をして恋をしてその過去を捨ててどこまでおいで As long as there are stars up above, I will always be in love. She しよう。朽ちるまでの愛情、朽ちるまでの愛情、飲み込む君簡単に微笑む君として、言葉を書く曖昧に、言葉を書く曖昧に伝わりきらないから、君だけをそう信じて、捨ててきた夢を詰めて、ちょっとちょっと間違えながらパッパッちぎり集め持ってきた、ちぎり集め持ってきた、あの日の街が家を飲み込むのが苦しくて、朽ちるまでの愛情、朽ちるまでの愛情、飲み込む君簡単に微笑む君として、子供魂の花二つ、きっときっと諦めながらパッパッポケットで握りしめて
Drop it.
いつか君が瞳に灯す愛の光が時を超え滅び急ぐ世界の夢を確かに一つ壊るだろう誰よりも飲み干した君が望むものは何こんな欲深い憧れの行方に儚い明日はあるの子供の頃夢に見てた古しえの魔法のように闇さえ砕く力で微笑む君に会いたい怯えるこの手の中には倒られた花の勇気思いだけが頼るすべて光を呼び覚ます願い
Okay, that was surprisingly really good. I guess rice cooker was what I was missing in my life. What the hell is that altar? A lot of people are playing. Turn 12, holy shit. Turn 20, what the shit? Mina, Mira. Sure. Props to them for making it this far, but there's no outstalling the OG, the best stall deck in the game. A good start. Remembers very oppressive. This is where everything goes to shit. What the hell? Not like Uchiha did anything wrong, it's just... this really is just a really hard matchup to try winning. Which Cal are we playing? Yeah, it's the Gate Overseer. We're not playing the level 4 since we're doing solo. Dude, this is just impossible. I think Caliburn might not be worth it. We do typically just get punished for trying to go aggro. So, and trying to deal damage. Extra damage with these. Better to just rely on Urshkigal for stuff like that, maybe. It's a little hard to appreciate one form divided into many. It is primarily for Ushioni. Now, how does the inner tomfoolery work against Mugen since she's a colorless Signy? Does that mean the only things you're allowed to rip off of them? Does that mean you're allowed to rip anything off of them? Off of Mugen? A difference from 12 to 10 surely won't matter all that much.
CGB, welcome back once again. You're back and a glutton for punishment. I thought after last episode, buddy, I thought we were going to end the series here because the last episode, I think you left completely a shattered man. Would you not agree?
No. You know what? I don't agree. And I am going to practice the art of absolutely pretending that never happened.
Okay.
I don't think anybody watched it. I'm pretty sure nobody would watch it. Why would they? There's nothing to see there. Nothing
Nothing at all. But today,
The one thing that I
specifically told my
think
followers
is
on
my,
Twitter
I
and
think
YouTube
what
to
might
never
be my
watch that
weakest
video.
deck at the
So
moment is Alpha.
I'm pretty sure that not a single
It
one
just so happens
would
to
do
be
it.
my
watch that
favorite.
video, 'cause the commenters,
Right next to Sash, who is still also a very weak deck. After all, I made it. I made both those decks. Of course they would be weak.
Never watch it. That's unthinkable. It would.
I mean,
if they did
Mugen,
such a thing, they would be punished
a lot of
immensely.
things on Mugen
They
I'm
don't
technically
call us
pioneering right now, but
influencers because they don't listen to us. Okay,
Precisely.
That's what being an influencer is. You say it, they do it every time.
So one thing that I picked up on from our previous episode is that you found it very fascinating that in Yu-Gi-Oh! We have a lot of turn zero interaction. Cards that can just be played even during the opponent's turn on the very first turn of the game. I'm familiar that in Magic the Gathering, you have some cards that can also do that as well. Cards such as Force of Will, for example, just things like that. We have a million different Force of Wills at our disposal because remember, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything's free. So I thought it would be fun to pick up, we call them colloquially called hand traps. The reason for that is because although they are not necessarily trap cards by their name, they are cards that can be used at quick effect or instant speed during your opponent's turn to disrupt them, similar to how a trap card would. So I'm going to be showing you some hand traps, and I'm going to let you know none of these hand traps have ever been banned, but some of them have made their way on the limited list. So your goal today is to see if you think the card is good, but also if you think the card has ever served any time.
Wait till
on the
he
limited
hears
list.
about
Sound good?
Maxi
It
being
sounds familiar, but I can't recall a single
semi-limited.
time I've done a video like
Although this
Not at
video
all.
was,
Not
let's
at
see
all.
what happens.
Let's start with the first one to make
Now,
it
obviously,
easy for you. For
he
those
already
watching,
saw
we'll be going in
Maxi.
chronological order here. So we're going to start
Oh, a
with
year
some of the
ago,
simple ones.
damn.
DD Crow. I'm sorry, this is a very small monster. I'm confused already. This is a level 1, 100 attack, 100 defense.
Why don't you read the effect? That'll give you some insight.
I didn't know they made them this small. Winged Beast effect.
There's a
Quick
lot of
effect, you can
0/0
discard this
monsters,
card
man.
to the graveyard. Then target one card in your opponent's graveyard to banish that target. Oh, just any time?
Yeah,
You can just discard this anytime to banish one card from a graveyard?
from your opponent specifically, but yes.
Okay.
What's going through your mind? What's going through your mind?
If they try to, so yeah, it doesn't even have to be on the first turn. It's you probably never play this. As the creature, like, ever.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they try to use any graveyard thingy majiggy, this is like, I will discard this, get rid of that one thing, and then they can't do the thingy they were trying to
Surely
do.
Magic
Like,
has an analog to this. Surely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The weird thing about in Magic is I'm looking at this card and I'm like, okay, I can see why that's useful because graveyards do stuff. In Magic, there are many analogs to a card like this.
Okay.
Even some of them are free.
Okay. That's something I don't hear very often in Magic. Interesting.
Yeah. In a way that there's one that's free. And the cards like have roles, but the weird thing is all of them do more than this. This is nothing but drop a card to banish card from graveyard. All of the cards I'm thinking of in Magic are banish card from graveyard, draw a card. Banish card from graveyard, and also banish all other copies of that card from from hand and graveyard, you know? Or banish card, gain 3 life. Like, they all have
Not very
more.
ideal,
They
but
all come
honestly,
with more. This card would be okay, but not good, and in internal formats would be pushed out by other cards that are perfectly fine and healthy and encouraged in the form. So this would not see magical play, I don't think, at all.
Interesting. Okay.
And yeah. And you would play the cards that do more. You would want it to replace itself. You would want more on top of your card. So I think the only way that this is a banned, restricted, or even busted card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is if this is like
I need
the
these
only
resources just as
way
much
to
as
get
my
this
opponent
effect.
does.
Remember, I told you
They're
none
ahead
of them
in
have
card
been banned.
advantage right
So
now.
your
Hilariously
choices
enough.
between, was it ever restricted and or is it not restricted ever? So no banned. So it's 50-50 on your
I
guess.
feel like you should let me call something banned anyway.
If
for
you
your
want
content.
to, I mean, you can. I mean, if you want to just actively get it wrong, be my guest.
Ban it! No, okay. There's no way this bird got restricted. I don't think so. I think that you already mentioned that there's a lot of these quick effects, a lot of them. And there's got to be one that does this, but better. So I'm going to say no. This card probably, I mean, if it sees play, it's only because there aren't many options for this effect.
Sure. And you think it's bad by with what you're analyzing it based off like Magic analogs and such?
Compared to the cards in Magic, this is bad. In Yu-Gi-Oh!, I don't have the context of how many options you have, but if there are any other options that give you something on top of this, I would say bad.
DD Crow, this might shock you. So this was one of the very first hand traps in Yu-Gi-Oh! There was a few that predated this, but I will say for the most part, those were, they were not particularly good, let's say. So this is not the first time there was a discard this card to do something.
I'll hold it.
But this was the first one that was probably the most useful. This card is quite old. I want to say this card was printed in 2006, 2005. So 4 years into Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan, approximately. And this might shock you. This card still sees play today. So when you were talking about in Magic how there's like a card that does this and then draws a card or does something else, by Yu-Gi-Oh standards, that would be crazy. Now, there are other cards that go after the graveyard. I'm not saying DD Crow is exclusively the only card that does this, but for what it's worth, this is like maybe one of the best cards at hitting the graveyard specifically because it does in fact banish the card. I don't believe there are many other cards that are similar to Crow in this way. And again, because you are allowed to do this on your opponent's turn 1, Depending on the type of deck that they're playing, you know that the graveyard's a second hand. DD Crow can actually be an asshole in a lot of instances. So it hasn't been played ever since its release. But it's a card that will go in and out of formats depending on if it makes sense to play it. But you are correct. It was never limited at all. Just a perfectly fair Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's a -1 in terms of card economy, but it can actually be a very strong play stopper in a lot of instances. So by Yu-Gi-Oh standards, Crow is very good. So that'll set the tone for the rest of this video.
That's kind of wild that this. Yeah. Okay. The number of cards I want to show you now from Magic that mess with graveyards, you have no idea. Holy crap.
If DD Crow said banish an opponent's card, draw a card, that would be like probably a 3 of in every Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Like just because it cycled itself. That would be nuts. That would be so good. All right, here's your next one.
Oh yeah. Honest. Oh, good. This card is me.
I was gonna say it's me because I would never deceive you. I would never deceive you.
I play honest Magic, nothing broken, nothing weird. Okay, I need a bigger version of this to read it. Oh God, I do look like this person. My legs in particular have this many muscles, I am sure. So let's see. Attack is 1100, defense is 1900. This is level 4 fairy.
It's technically a draw 4 with
During
no
your main
downsides
phase,
if you squint
you can
hard enough.
Return this card from the field to the hand. Okay. During either player's damage step, when a light monster you control battles, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. That monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent's monster it was battling. Okay. What the hell is this? All right, we go again. You can return this card from field to hand. I'm guessing that's just bonusy stuff. If you want to put this out, then punch with it, then you bring it back. And then during other damage step,
Okay, this is really bad.
When it has to be a light monster. You can discard this. You gain attack equal to the opponent's monster. So you win the fight, right?
Correct.
Probably.
You will.
Yeah,
most of the time, if not
pretty
always,
much win the fight.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's gonna
Yu-Gi-Oh
refresh
the game where
first.
everything has trample, where the attack goes over to the opponent.
Yes. If
That's
the
pretty
monsters are in
nice,
attack
then.
position. Defense position,
Oh,
if they
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
piercing, then it is basically
Yep.
trample, but yes. So for instance, I'll give you an example here. If my 100 attack DD Crow, well, that's not a light monster, so probably a bad example, but let's say DD Crow was light. If my 100 attack light DD Crow attacked your 3000 attack Blue Eyes White Dragon, if I drop Honest, that DD Crow gains 3000 attack to 3100 attack and kills your Blue
Well,
Eyes White Dragon.
thankfully we...
Lore-wise, how does that work? How does Honest, this fairy, be like, yo, that crow is now bigger than that dragon? Ta-da! How does that work? It doesn't work. Whatever. This card is weird, dude. It's so weird.
Cool, huh?
I guess.
You don't seem convinced.
I don't know. It's combat tricks. I hate those.
Okay.
They require creatures. I hate those too.
Okay.
I guess it's hard to see. I mean, the example you gave is awesome, and I imagine that like really does light up people's imaginations, right? It sounds really great, but it does mean that you're attacking with a smaller creature, and why not just run bigger creatures?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
So the other thing that's interesting about it is the light monster like type, and granted limited exposure, but in other videos when something is restricted to something other than dark monsters, it hasn't been as good as I thought it was.
Okay.
So the light monster immediately has me like setting off like, okay, type-ul needs specific type, might not be as good as you think it is, but this is a pretty cool combat trick that I don't think can be duplicated well in Magic, because you can play this, you can punch your opponent or something, then you can return this, if I'm understanding things correctly, and then do when the opponent's thing attacks you, now they have to think about, they know you have it, right? So they have to like, oh no, what about this and what about that? But if they don't play into it on your turn, you just do it again. You know, it probably makes combat a nightmare.
Yep.
And is that
that is true.
So,
that is true.
So if combat is a nightmare, is that bad enough? It sounds like combat's a part of a majority of games, but I've seen a lot of cards that make combat a nightmare that aren't busted. They're just like you work harder. Embercleave comes to mind. Wandering Emperor comes to mind in Magic as cards that make combat a nightmare, but were never the problem.
There's always something ever so slightly
I don't know.
annoying
I
in the
think that
UI.
you want your combat to be more than
In
just
these
straightforward
simulators.
punchies and kickies. You want tricks. But here's the problem. I haven't seen many tricks. This might be the worst trick. You might be showing me the worstest trick. And that's probably what it takes to get into a video like this. You're not going to show me a fine trick. You're going to show me the nastiest.
Yeah, I would never show you a fine trick. No, I would never do that.
Did this card get restricted? You're probably going to tell me yes. I don't see it, so I'm playing the meta game. I'm trying to figure out if you're going to show me 2 fine cards right in a row up front. And you know what? I think you think that the last video would get in my head. Well, it doesn't. I am mentally resilient. My fortitude is amazing, and my brain acts like that of a goldfish. There was no last video. So, nah, this card's fine. This card wasn't restricted. This card's fine.
I've never heard anyone
Yeah.
say,
It was restricted.
Yeah, okay.
treat
Let me give you some context here.
having a
Once
mind,
again, I am
a
going
brain like a
chronologically, so
a
these are
memory
some
like a
of the newer
goldfish
cards.
as a
Honest
strength.
was released in a set called Light of Destruction, fittingly enough, which provided a lot of light-focused support for the game. You did mention how typically in the videos you've learned dark is the best supported attribute, and that is the case, yes. But light is probably second in line, to be honest. And haha, I did not mean to say that. When it comes to honest specifically, there have been several light-based archetypes that throughout history have had. This is like similar to the color pie in Magic, I want to say, where this is a reason to play light-focused decks. And it took Yu-Gi-Oh! A bit of time to get to the point of like starting to separate, things by like tribal and like, type or attribute, things like that, to give payoffs, to get people away from playing just the best good stuff deck that they can. And so this was a payoff for playing light. And Honest is a menace. Anytime you would go up against a light deck in old school Yu-Gi-Oh, there was always that lingering fear of, fuck, if I just attack and they have Honest, I lose the game. It's basically removal, right? And it's very unique removal because it's on a body and you can use the body, like you said, you could summon it, poke, put it back to hand. Now your opponent knows you have it, so now they're like, how do I actually deal with this card, right? It's obviously the surprise factor is good if they don't know you have it, but man, this card is a menace. By Yu-Gi-Oh! Standards today, this card is unplayable. It's just way too slow. But in old Yu-Gi-Oh!, this card was an absolute beast. And people to this day are still scarred by the impact that this card had in the game. That unknown information, you gotta love it. But Honest is great. People love it.
How long was it restricted?
A few years, actually. It took some time, and then eventually the format in Yu-Gi-Oh! The game just sped up so much that it really just didn't matter. Like a combat trick like this was just too situational, and also during the time light kind of fell out of favor as being like a dominant attribute, let's say. So it's been unrestricted for like probably a decade at this point. It was very early on. It was.
Sounds about right. Makes sense. Okay.
All right, next up. Speaking of dark monsters.
Battle Fader is a level. This has 0 attack and 0 defense.
It'll make sense.
Gives?
Read the card.
What gives?
Read the card.
Okay. It's a fiend. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, then end the battle phase. If summoned this way, banish it when it leaves the field. Banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, they're just saying when gone, no comebacks. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. End the battle phase. So it's a fog. In Magic, that's what we call a fog. You just no battle this turn. But for free, no battle. Okay.
And you get to special summon the Battle Fader on top of it.
I guess. How would this even matter? Because it's a 0.
You tell us.
When an opponent declares a direct attack, you can special
Probably
summon
could have ordered
the
this
base. Summon
better.
this way, banish it. I mean, I guess you have something to tribute summon.
Okay, you're putting it together.
Yeah, you got a body. You got just a wimpy body, I guess. Okay. Yeah, okay. Something. All right, it's better than nothing. I guess then it's not a direct analog to like a Magic card, but in Magic cards that just like negate a combat phase are in many cases not what you want. They're not very good either. How important is that in Yu-Gi-Oh? Because I feel like in Yu-Gi-Oh, extra turns like the pace of the game is probably really fast, given that things are free and attack the turn they come down. So getting an extra turn is a huge swing, right? So like, yeah, I mean, you're a turn behind. The opponent's about to murder you. You get an extra turn, you beat them. Like swinging the race is probably huge. And I guess in my mind, in that world, it's way better than in Magic. In that case, are three of these being legal? It's a dark monster. We know that that's the popular type. Are three of these in every deck forever in an eternal format? Fine. This card would have to be legitimate bad. It doesn't seem bad. It seems closer to Time Walk, which in Magic is
bad. How are we losing?
It seems closer like getting an extra turn, because it seems like most of the win cons in Yu-Gi-Oh, except for brief periods of time and some of the things that you've shown me, are punching face. And some of the things that you showed me that are like burning the opponent's face were banned. None of these were banned though. So the question is, the first question is it actually good? It seems good. It seems better than a fog effect in Magic. The second question is restricted. Did they tolerate three of these in every dark deck for a long time? Because if we're saying it's good, it would get played. I imagine that this is a card, when legal as a 3 of, is much worse than legal as a 1 of.
Okay.
Because you can do it again and again and again. And if your opponent just drew 3 battle faders, oh God, you know, what a disgustingly horrible story. What if you both drew 3 battle faders? I battle fade, 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 I battle fade. Dude, this is the world that they might have lived in. If we're saying the card is good, and if I'm right about that, I'm not sure I am, but feel like I am. So I'm going to say this card got restricted. I think this is a card where a restriction makes sense, because if like you can negate one combat and then counter swing and win, in a way it's like, had it, planned for it, put it in my deck, played to it, made it happen. And on the other hand, if you're like, oh, well, drew 3 of them, just make opponent miserable and sit there the whole time. Hell on earth. Absolute hell on earth. So I'm going to say Battle Fader is a restricted card.
Final answer.
Yep, that's it.
This card's fine. This card was never restricted. So
really?
Yeah, so Battle Fader is a perfectly fine card. It actually, you got it where that was the main application of this card. Again, somewhat older card, but it has seen some play in somewhat modern Yu-Gi-Oh, but very rarely. I would say it is just a bit slow, all things considered. The best application for this is especially when tribute summoning was still prominent. There's an archetype of monsters called Monarchs. The Monarchs are known for tribute summons, and when you tribute summon them, they have very powerful effects. And Battle Fader slotted its way into these types of decks.
I think we win.
Not only does it buy you an extra turn if you're, on the back foot, but it also gives you a monster that on your next turn, you now contribute summon that monster for one of your Monarchs for one of those big payoffs. So that's where Battle Fader initially found its home. And this isn't a bad card by any means, don't get me wrong. It's a generally, like, okay to good card. It's very just situational on, like, the way the format is, the way the decks are. But for the most part, it's just kind of a card that you would rather have something that's like really going to stop your opponent versus this, because if you don't have something to convert Battle Fader into, like a tribute summon, for instance, Battle Fader loses a lot of its value very quickly, because otherwise it's just this doofus that's just on the field not doing anything. And that's kind of one of the problems with it. And also, you'd rather just have more proactive cards, because it does have to be a direct attack. So an attack on a monster, you could not Battle Fader. But once they attack you directly, then you can. So it's kind of a clunky card. A lot of like burn and stall decks with like alt win conditions would play Battle Fader, because the more time they get, the more likely they are to get to their alternate win condition. But just like an okay card. Kind of annoying when you see it, but it's not like, oh, this is game breaking or anything like that.
Fair.
All right.
I should have stuck to the Magic. Like,
you should have. As soon as you started going down it, I was giggling. Like, oh my God. I was like, he's gonna think it's restricted.
It felt like stopping the combat would be way better in a faster tempo game, but yeah, it's still
I don't want to say
down
it isn't,
a card kind of.
It is it's contextual.
It's a bad.
Yeah. It's contextual.
It's kind of a weak critter.
I'm gonna warn you, this has a lot of text, but this is gonna be a fun one.
No, do we have to? Can I just not read it and just flip a coin? Gores, the Emissary of Darkness, level 7 dark monster, attack 2700, defense 2500, fiend effect. Oh God.
You can do it. I believe in you.
When you take damage from a card your opponent controls, you can special summon this card from your hand. You must control no cards to activate and